Don't know by how much. We're gonna have to check that as well. It might be scary during nighttime now, but we'll see. Hopefully it's fine. Do I hit the AP caps with Vicious Shadow? I think I do, right? I'm gonna assume I do. Turn on that, I have 52k. Turn that on, turn this on. Enter. Let's Z-buff real quick. I don't need to save the Z-buff for... I'm gonna save the Z-buff for the Drak, I think. Let's just debuff instead. Yeah, I'm at AP caps now with Vicious Shadow. That's nice. Oh, I'm on the wrong crystals. Fuck. Whatever. We'll do one rotation on the wrong crystals and swap later, maybe. Almost getting CC'd, but it's fine. I always forget to swap the fucking crystal setup, man. I can swap here when the Arcanist spawns, I guess. Okay, so they supposedly fix the bug with this boss, by the way. Okay, my damage is the same, a bit more because I have back attack modifiers now. Show me the NPC for the pity quest. It's literally just the one where you buy the Mighty Realm. You just right click the zone and auto pet to wherever it sends you. Do what's Awakening Corsair's state? Why you mean on PvE? She's okay. It's like a average to above average class. Ratata. Oh wow. That was definitely more damage than usual. I might need to be careful during nighttime to not just face tank that with my back. privacy. Wow, I felt the lag there on the explosion. The fuck? Bro, that wasn't even that clean and I still have 60 seconds left. That's crazy. The difference that having gear makes, huh? Ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Yo, Morgison, hello. As if they fixed the dragon thing, by the way. I actually don't know if they did. Probably didn't. It wasn't mentioned on the patch. I assume you can still do the strat for the dragon. No, I know. That was horrible pack, by the way. As I was trying to position myself on a bad spot. It's fine. Z-buff. Oh, I should have not Z-buffed. I should have saved that for the dragon. I forgot. By the way, I think they fixed the fact that the porters were not giving you kill when they explode, so you're also getting more rage now. Because usually I wouldn't have like Z-buff on that spot I did. Or is it to get paint from spots? You mean this spot? It seems to drop like okay rates, not that crazy bad. The armor one, if you mean that. When I was doing Nolans, the paint like drop rate for the green shit was pretty bad though. Okay, here comes the dragon. Let's see if the strat works still. It does W. Perfect. Twilight's W. Okay, but it's hard. Most spots give you one paint every 3 hours, roughly. The drop rate is complete trash. Most people get paint from just events. They don't even go grind for it. But like some treasures, the carry, are fairly fast to grind. Instead of using paint, you should just go grind that piece, you know? And save the paint for like the really hard ones. I don't know what you want to grind, but yeah. Hello, Astron. Glad to hear that. I hope you enjoy playing the class. Kimi no aishiru yo. I got 2 times telescope piece kinda, so I'm missing one, the one from Tungrad Ruins. Oh, that's the... that's unironically the easy one then. Like, that's the one that has the best drop rate. Not even joking. Greetings from space. Hola. Hola. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I'm kinda crazy with my Spanish. Isn't the Shiz one the one you can just trade for Vodkans as well? I actually don't remember. Been so long ago. Like, most people got the Tungrad ring piece just by grinding Tungrad not ring, the Tungrad compass piece just by grinding Tungrad back in the day. And like, they have multiple of them. I'm pretty sure I dropped like two of them as well from just grinding Tungrad. Like, the drop rate is not that bad. It's like the piece that goes the fastest. Una cerveza? No, you need to ask una canga, una canguita. Quiero croquetas de jamón y una cana. This was me when I was in Spain. Like in March. It's fairly easy to like understand Spanish when it's written, but it's so hard to understand Spanish when it's spoken. Like, I cannot keep up with the speed that they speak Spanish a lot of the times. Even though like I understand the language because I'm Portuguese, right? But yeah, I basically speak the what people here call Portuñol, which is like Spanish but with Portuguese words because we don't know sometimes. Run with the wind. Da, ba, 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 da, da, da. I don't remember what the max AP is here. It's like 220-50, right? 2250, I think, the max AP here. They buffed the drop rate on the porters as well. I feel like the porters were giving less trash before. But yeah, it's definitely what I said, by the way, is that before the you weren't getting rage from killing the porters that got exploded, and now you are. So you generate rage faster now on the spot compared to before. It's kind of interesting. Like, maybe I'm able to zip off twice at the start of the rotation now. So funny to see Dugas trying to talk Spanish when they're in Spain. Yeah, I mean, it probably sometimes sounds ridiculous, right? Because we don't have the accent and we just use words that do not exist, you know? But it usually works, like, people understand at the very least, you know? Could be worse. I do have a friend that, like, works in Barcelona right now. So he actually speaks Spanish properly. Not like the Portuguese version of Spanish, you know? So when we were in Spain, if we needed like something that was harder to order or whatever, like we just let him do everything. It sort of follows plan. Oh, that's not back attacks on the guy? Really? It's fine. Let's see if this Z-buff is enough for the dragon. I don't think it is. I don't think we'll have Z-buff for the dragon. So I think that's where I Z-buff last time as well. Yeah, we won't. Okay. I don't know if it's better to save the Z-buff for the dragon or not gonna lie. Because with the strat, the dragon dies fast anyway. It's just the cast speed that makes the difference, I guess. But I can also just debuff for the cast speed. Even though it's not as much. Oh, I missed one of the wave of porters. Where are they? Huh. Ah, whatever. Yeah, but like, you can see, I told you. You would be able to pull like 24 plus now. Look, I have 20 minutes grinding, and I'm above 8k already. 8k trash already. Like, on my grind video, I said that I could see classes doing 24k, and I'm talking about like the version before they fixed the FK phase. I think some classes now are pulling like 25 to 26k a year, which with agris, which is like absolutely insane. But it probably drains your agris like crazy. Probably gonna be like 40k agris or something. Okay. Let's try Z-buffing here now. I think I'll leave it back up before the Drac. So we'll see. Since they buffed the rage generation as well. Yeah, I will definitely have rage again for the Drac. This actually might make like line up the rage cycles a bit better than before then, which is kind of interesting. Gonna summon the dragons now. Yep. I dodge it, then I go back in. Should die here. Nope. Oh. I need full rotation probably to pop this rage here. But that also means I should have been able to Z-buff on a dragon now. Maybe I did something wrong. Or maybe it's because they explode so they die faster and I don't generate as much rage like over time. That's probably what it is. Which KG sent me a message that it was yoking. I see da 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 ba da. See buff. Is it about the boss is yoking? We're doing that after Node War, right? Supposedly. C? No. Speaking Spanish, KK. I want Yuba didn't sign up yet. Oh, is he raising up e-girls again? Classic Yuba. He's grinding 8 hours a day? Why? That doesn't sound like Yuba at all. Usually is the one griefing our party by not having gear, you know? Maybe he's sick. Yeah, maybe he's sick. Oh, the hour 0 drop buff. I've gotten 1 Twilight this hour, right? It's pretty decent. Oh, I didn't see that the guys were already dead. Get the loot, go next. Da-da, da-da. Debuff's about to run out. We're on 62 rage. Seems about right. Another 10% there. Yeah, I think the BSR lineups perfectly now to have it for the dragon, I think. Yeah, I'm on 99.6. Will I be able to actually Z-buff? No. Fuck. Should I be buffed then? Now I have it. There. Okay. FK phase. I think they changed this for the mobs to spawn closer to the crystal now. Because otherwise, like, if you stand here in the middle, before the changes, some mobs would be so far away that your pets wouldn't be able to pick up the loot. It was kind of annoying. It looks like you can just stand in the middle now, and you get all the loot. You don't get griefed anymore by the spawn locations. I think next Racania won't be nighttime still. Can find the quests. Do you have every quest showing on your O? You need to have like every quest enabled on the quest tab, probably. If it's not there, try talking with the throne first. Because, for example, the subjugation quest that appears near the minimap only shows up after you talk with the throne for the region. I will drone will do it again. Already the weekly too. I mean, to me, it was literally just getting to the vestige route. Wait, are you autopatting to the throne? You're supposed to autopat to the guy that sells you the money realm thing. You know that, right? That's where the quest is, not the throne. You need to click. You need to right-click the grind area, not the throne area. Yeah. Weird. The quest was there for me. I didn't have any issues. I had the quest on both Hermesia and this one, even though I don't even meet the requirements for the weekly for Hermesia, for example, right? Maybe you accepted the quest already by accident. Maybe check that. It's nighttime now. I need to be a bit more careful, probably. With the last spot's quests. I'm confused now. I mean, I can check on BDO Codex. BDO Codex might have the quests already, and if it does, I can check the requirements, like the pre-requirements, you know? Because, like, maybe you need to do, let's say, the Alustin dailies, for example. I don't know. There might be some pre-requirements we don't know about right now. Every Allison quest? What else could be the reason then? Shouldn't be gear, because I don't have the gear for Hermesia, right? I'm gonna go check the third spot after this hour and see if I have the pity quest there. Because I should have it there as well, right? Even though I don't have the gear for it. Another quest complete. Oh. Having the BSR reforges would make it so much easier to have the uptime almost 100% on this spot, I guess. Because now I'm gonna be missing like 10% rage. Is what it is. Debuff, Fusion Shard, that's good, I needed one. I didn't get all the loot from the porters, but it's fine. Okay. Let me check the... what's the name of the quest? It's like... BDO Codex... Aphrodon... Vestige? Vestige? Quests? Ah, it doesn't show up yet. Yeah, it doesn't show up yet. Fuck. Maybe Maybe the patch note says what you need then. Yeah, Codex doesn't have that quest yet on the database, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like needing any requirements. It doesn't have anything about requirements on the patch notes. Oh, Violet Earring. It's gonna die before the minions drop. Yeah. What's the mini P for DPS check in Hermesia under the cap? It depends on your class, Baldo. It depends on your class. Some classes can do it like 100 AP below, others will only be able to do it 50 AP below, you know? Just depends on your class. And I'm talking about the min caps. If you're hitting the min caps, you should be able to do it on every class. The moment you're with the min caps, every class pretty sure can do it. Even if you're like bad at the game. I should start moving the fucking trash during the dragon phase, I think. Because I'm just wasting time. It's fine though. Team Can. Thanks for the follow, Barupi. I gotta... Are the specs of Corsair for PvP and PvE? Mostly looking at large scale, but I guess AOS too. Awakening is better in AOS. Succession is better in capped PvP. I would say Awakening is better in uncapped PvP though. Besides maybe a guild league, because Awakening can be fairly easily run down by like block jump classes and shit. And in guild league, it's very easy to just put like 1 or 2 people running down an Awakening Corsair, because they have like so little targets to focus, right? But yeah, overall, like, they're both average, maybe a bit above average for PvE. For large scale PvP, as I said, I would say Succession is better in capped, and Awakening better in uncapped. They're both like decent overall, though. Like, you're not gonna be griefing your guild by playing either. And for AOS, Succession is just kinda a liability on a lot of the teams. Like, you're not really the first one to die, but at the same time you can't really peel your teammates, so you just watch them die a lot of the times, which is not like ideal in an AOS situation. The thing that I would say that's the biggest difference, that Awakening Corsair is actually really hard to learn properly, while Succession Corsair is very, very, very new player friendly. Thinking of rolling from Archer, if that helps. Archer is literally better at everything in the game outside of Guild League. Archer is better in AOS than both Corsairs, I would say. Better in large scale than both Corsairs, I would say. Definitely not better in AOS though, because you're just gonna get like Awagus on top of you the whole game. Or Zerkers on full DP. I would also say that the Awakening Archer is harder to play than Succession Corsair. Not Awakening Archer, just Archer. Archer is harder to play than Succession Corsair, but it's easier to play than Awakening Corsair, if that helps. Yeah, understandable. Archer is a fanboy class. So understandable if you don't want to play it. Ugh. Honestly, I feel vindicated. Someone said that me saying that this spot was 4 bill minimum an hour with agris. Someone said it was clickbait. I feel vindicated. Because it's more than that even. Now that they fixed the FK phase. Last I played Archer, guess I got old because it was just as fun as it used to be. No, Archer just... A lot of old Archers don't like the changes they did to the class, even though the class is arguably way more protected and overall like stronger. Outside of like the raw damage that it had from range. But like in general, a lot of Archers do not like the changes. But yeah. I think Archer, like 3 years ago, Archer was on a very toxic state for the game though. Because they were unironically doing damage. You couldn't even see them, right? They were blasting from out of render distance with way too much damage. I feel like nowadays, a lot of the problems with Archer that make it annoying is just that they are way more protected than they used to be. And they actually can just trade you in close range with skills like uproot and stuff like that. Because they kind of buffed some of the melee damage the class had, instead of just blasting from outside of render distance, where you can't see it. Like, the class is much stronger in close quarters than it used to be, right? And that's not how it was 3 years ago. It was extremely weak in close quarters, but completely broken at long range. That's how Archer used to be. I think some of the Archer players do not like that shift that the class got, right? Be careful because it's nighttime. Gonna summon the minions, right? Yeah, so I go vacuum into this and this, that. There we go. Everybody. Okay, this is the last rotation basically. I mean, it was fun for the Archers, but not for the rest of the people. It was quite toxic, to be fair. Not the fun of the nighttime mechanics, no real benefit the days. Yeah, it used to be like that during nighttime you also had extra drop rate on the mobs or some shit like that, but I don't think that applies anymore, right? I honestly think they should get rid of nighttime as well. I do not like the nighttime at all, mech. I mean, they did let that to a lot of classes, Destructs. If you were playing 3 years ago, you probably remind Corsair as that... Succ Corsair, you probably remember it as that one class that had a lot of damage on the whale skills, and like all the kit was around the whale skills being completely strong in like damage-wise, right? But it didn't really have that many CCs, and you can kind of just focus her down when if she was like on AP build and came out of the water, you could just focus her down and kill her. Nowadays, they completely shifted the paradigm of Succ Corsair compared to how it used to be, right? Now, you actually have a lot of CCs compared to how it used to be. This class is basically a disruptor slash engager that has a lot of CCs, you cannot focus a Corsair down anymore when she comes out of the water with the whales, because she's super tanky during those. But she doesn't do any damage with the whales either nowadays, so the whole paradigm of Corsair has been shifted compared to how it used to be, and they did that to like a lot of classes. It's not just Corsair, right? I'm trying to remember like another like good one, for example. I mean, Novice still plays around her Axel, even though it's like much weaker than it used to be. I guess Ash can be like, Succ Ash can be like one example where the class used to be like an assassin that just engages you from stealth and tries to one-tap you with floats and shit like that. They completely changed the class nowadays, and you don't really kill people anymore that easily with floats, but the class has way more like SA trade damage than it used to, for example. Another example would be Awakening Ninja. Awakening Ninja is another one where like that. Yeah, Awakening Ninja used to be a really combo-focused class, right? That wasn't super protected in movement or anything. Nowadays, it has like a full SA rotation, can out-trade some classes in SA instead of being like a combo class. It's completely different. You need AP to do the quests. You need 398. Why 398 specifically? You telling me you need 398 for every quest, or does it go up depending on the quest on the region you are at? I guess that's like, I guess that's their way of stopping people from leeching the quest if they're not like geared enough for Edania 2. That's kind of weird. Played Awakening Ninja like 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, to be fair, Awakening Ninja 5 or 6 years ago was in a weird state, if I remember correctly. It was when it did almost no damage on a combo until it cast Serpents. And whenever it cast Serpent, it would just one-tap you with air attacks. That's how I remember Awakening Ninja like 5 years or 6 ago. They would do like no damage, no damage, no damage, cast Serpent's Coil, and suddenly, or whatever it's called, and suddenly you got one shot with the air attacks. Depending on the quest, really. Where do you find that the requirements? Is it somewhere on the suggested tab, maybe? It's probably on the suggested tab. I just need to find it there, I guess. Air attack is the most damage? Yes. Air attack is the reason that the Awakening Magus can, like, kill people in 2 spins, for example. The air attack modifier is 1.5, while back attacks and down attacks are 1.2 on PvP. Let me turn this off. Patch notes? I didn't see that on the patch notes. Maybe I need to reread it then. Playing games with our darts. For the pawn. Kill those two. W money. Okay, let's just do the FK phase now. I had 52k agris, so I used 40k agris. 39, not 40k, but close enough. That's crazy. This spot is super agris intensive now. Does it got 0 air attacks? I mean, a lot of classes are not balanced around air attacks, right? Like Agent has 0 air attack skills. He was balanced around the down attack even. Okay, that's the hour. Pretty decent hour, I would say. We got 3 Twilights. What's my... Okay, we good. Was checking if I needed to recharge. Did I get enough kills for the quest? I did. How many kills did I get then? 2, 5, 3, 1. Okay, so this is another spot where you basically do 1 subjugation quests every... Oh, the requirement is there. I'm just blind. You're right. The requirement was there. So I don't have AP to do the Vestige for the next spot, because it's 408. Ah, that's annoying. I didn't see that was a requirement, yeah. I guess that, like... That does mean I have a reason to grind the earlier spots, though. Right? Though. I can just go and do these quests and grind like 5 extra hours on each one while I'm upgrading my gear still.